You know, we've all had those teachers we'll never forget. But what was it that really made them great? Was it just their personality or their passion for the subject? Well, today we're going to dig into a really powerful and actually super simple idea that might totally change how you think about that. Let's jump in. So it really all boils down to this one simple question, and this comes directly from the source material we're breaking down today. What is effective teaching? I mean, it sounds simple, right? But the answer we're about to get into, it's a total game changer for, well, pretty much anyone who's ever been a student or a teacher.
Okay, so to actually find the answer, we have to do something kind of radical. We have to completely shift our focus. It's like we need a whole new measuring stick. And that new measure, it's not the teacher. It's not their years of experience or how perfect their lecture notes are. Nope, it's the student.
And the main idea here starts with this. Well, it's an incomplete thought. To understand effective teaching, it just kind of hangs there, right? It makes you lean in and ask, okay, what's next?
And here it is. The answer is you have to understand effective learning. And that's it. That is the core argument. You can't actually judge teaching by just looking at the teacher. You have to look at the final result, the learning that happened. It's such a simple shift, but trust me, it changes absolutely everything.
Now, we need to be really clear about what we mean by learning here. In this way of thinking, learning is the process where a student correctly understands and gets a new piece of knowledge or a skill. And see that word correctly? That is absolutely crucial. This isn't about a student just passively hearing information. It's about them getting it, for real, true comprehension.
So, okay, how do we actually use this idea? Well, this whole framework gives us a super powerful and really direct test. It sets up a very simple comparison to judge any lesson. Was it successful, or was it completely useless? And look, the difference is just so clear. If the students understood the material correctly, then the teaching was a success. Simple. But if they didn't get it, it was useless. And this just cuts through all the debate about how hard the teacher tried or if their intentions were good. None of that matters. The only thing that counts is the result, what actually ended up in the student's mind.
In fact, this quote from the source material just lays it out there so bluntly. If your students learned well from your teaching, then your teaching is successful. Otherwise, it is useless. Wow. I mean, that is an incredibly direct statement, right? It's basically challenging us to stop making excuses and just focus on one thing, the outcome.
So you see, this is the really crucial part. This is so much more than just a new definition for a word. It's a complete, fundamental shift in how we look at things. It's a moment that forces us to rethink the entire purpose of education. Seriously, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. The focus moves from the teacher's input to the student's output. Think about that. All the effort, all the planning, all the energy the teacher puts in, that's the input. But what really matters is the output, the actual provable learning that happened.
So really, this whole idea boils down to an ultimate test. It's like a simple checklist you can use for any lesson, anytime. You just ask, did the students learn it correctly? If the answer is yes, fantastic. The teaching was effective. But if the answer is no, then it doesn't matter how fun the class was or how well prepared the teacher seemed. According to this standard, the lesson just wasn't good.
And that really brings us to a final question, one for you to think about. Who was your absolute best teacher? But now think about them through this new lens. Why were they the best? Was it just because they were funny or entertaining? Or was it because when you left their classroom, you knew for a fact that you had truly and correctly learned something new? It's a pretty powerful question to ask yourself.